everybody, welcome to the All American Otaku Show. Today I'm doing my review on My Hero Academia Vigilante. This is a spin-off series of the very popular My Hero Academia series that takes modernized superheroes such as we see in Marvel Comics, DC Comics, and the like, and then make it more of an anime Japanese tint to it. This one in the My Hero Academia universe, 85% of the people have these things called quirks. These are various different abilities or mutations that allow them to do various different things like form cameras on your body or what have you. Also, in this world, they have this profession called hero. These heroes fight crime, and they take down supervillains. Supervillains are people with quirks that use their villain areas for evil and nefarious purposes. Sometimes it could be just simple as like stealing jewels or being thievery and things that are against the law. This this anime called My Hero Academia Vigilante, however, goes into the aspect of someone without a hero's license, but not necessarily evil, going to the villains. One of the main hero is known as the Crawler, but everyone calls him the Crawler. He has the ability when he's on all fours, he could slide, change the surface of the ground and slide around it to move very fast while chasing down certain villains or helping people cat in a tree or what have you and to help things there. But the thing is, he always wanted to be a hero and he idolized All Might, who was like the main hero of Japan, but he could never get the hero licensing as well as the aspects of getting a hero's thing. So he ends up becoming a vigilante, helping people, saving the day, fighting villains. And his first moniker was known as Mr. Nice Guy. That ended up changing when he meets Knucklebuster, who is a hero who's trying to find out what happens to his daughter or what happened to these drugs that are inflicting everyone and turning normal supervillains into very vast, powerful supervillains, even to kaiju level, giant sized monsters, town wreckers. Their powers highly enhanced. As their powers enhance, their inhabilitation dehances. There's even an aspect when one of the bugs go on to a cat and the cat becomes this enraged being that takes over a bus and they have to try to save the people on the bus. Knucklebuster is a very unique character. You don't know what his motivation until the very end. I'm not going to tell you that, so I won't spoil it for you. The next character is Pop, who is a street performer who likes to do pop music or J-pop music and dance right on the streets and gets a very cult following where people follow her and like, wow, she is awesome. I'm going to follow her. I'm going to sing there. She's going to be my new idol. And idol culture in Japan is with about dancing and singing and mostly female, where people would look at them as more of a love object or something to idolize into their music. They cite to be more like them. Pop, Crawler, and Knucklebuster ended up trying to fighting various different villains, various situations throughout the anime to find out who is actually involved in creating these villains and where these superpowers and where this drug comes in there and how these what are the motivation for this villain. This My Hero Academia Vigilante also goes into the idea of other heroes like Eraserhead, who could turn off your quirk by just looking at it, but you get your quirk back if he blinks. And the next heroes that they introduce, who's actually there's the America's top hero at the time, name is Captain Celebrity, who is all ego, but he has like the powers of like Superman. He's super strong, can fly, has super breath, things like that aspect, but he's more about the big show and how he grandstands and how much money, how much fame he could get, how bigger he could get, how more popular he could get, rather than just doing the hero work just to do the hero work. Eventually, Pop ends up joining a other groups of pop singers and trying to make a big celebration of this new mall coming in there. And this is where the show gets super interesting, is trying to save civilians as being a vigilante without keep as well as keeping his identity there. The main character Crawler almost loses identity to another girl who looks at him and like, oh my god, I think I know you're the Crawler. But she goes, are you the Crawler? What her power is, she could detect if someone's lying if she touches him. Well, since you said Crawler and he says, no, I'm not the Crawler because his superhero name is the Crawler, he outbeats her with a technology or technicality. Eventually, she finds out who he is through other means. She works for Captain Celebrity as well as Captain Celebrity's wife. This anime has a lot of facets to it, a lot of innuendos and the idea of Marvel Comics and DC aspects of what is a hero, what makes a hero, and is it true, even though you don't have a license and you do hero work, is it too dangerous or do you hurt more people or you gain more people? This anime is very good, but it only has one season so far, and I hope there's other seasons and it feeds out to more aspects. I give this anime 4 out of 5, a must see, but you have to be a My Hero Academia fan or a comic book fan to really get the full aspect of it. Thank you.
Welcome to the show where anime dreams come alive. Let's go! All American otaku vivified, diving deep into the anime tide. From the screen to the page, returning now to the stage. All American otaku, their worlds collide. From the 90s till now, the passion's been real. Anime and manga, it's how we feel. Conventions and scenes, cooking up dreams. Japanese culture bursting at the seams. From the 90s till now, the passion's been real. Anime and manga, it's how we feel. Conventions and scenes, cooking up dreams. Japanese culture bursting at the seams. All American otaku vivified, diving deep into the anime tide. From the screen to the page, returning now to the stage. All American otaku, their worlds collide. I'm there and Mr. Pat by my side, exploring every genre, let's take that ride. From action to drama, it's all here. Community strong, let's